been asking for a long time.
What has been asking like for all the time?
Yes.
Thank you, Daddy.
It's the Godspeed You Black Emperor vinyl.
Wow. Thank you. Does it come with the inserts?
Yeah, it has everything. It has look inside.
Whoa, the insert. Thank you.
You want to listen to it?
Yeah.
The government is corrupt, and we're also made drugs with the radio on when the curtain is drawn. We're trapped in the belly of this horrible machine, and the machine is bleeding to death. The sun has fallen down, and the billboards are all leering.
Okay, so my mom told me to clean my room, right? And I was like, yeah, in a minute. And basically, I come back down and I see that my room has already been cleaned. And I'm like, oh my god, thank you, Mom, I like you so much. And then, like I have this like thing over, I have this thing here, where it opens up, and that's where I would keep all of my yaoi. And as you can see, it's empty now, because my mom went through it and she got rid of all my yaoi, but she didn't say anything about it. So and the yuri's gone too, and now I don't know what to do because I don't have any yaoi and I have no yuri and I have no money because it was so expensive, and I've been saving up for so long to buy all of it because it was completely filled to the brim. I had a yaoi heaven. I don't know, my brain is mush now. And this is the most soul crushing experience I've ever gone through. And I don't know what to do because my yaoi was my everything, and how am I supposed to fujo out now? And so yaoi Jesus save me. Yaoi Jesus save me.
Alright guys, my worst nightmare might actually be coming into fruition. So, may have actually achieved unk status. No, it's not my birthday. No. I'm 24 years old, and my birthday is in May, so I've only been 24 for a couple of months. And oh boy, I'm exhausted, so I want to talk to you guys a little bit about it. Just a little fun, little vlog. I know those are outdated. But if you guys didn't know, I volunteer for a youth group at my church. So they were doing a Kalahari trip to Sandusky, Ohio. And we did that today on a Tuesday. And I thought that'd be a lot of fun. It was a blast. I had a good time. And I decided to take this opportunity to take some time off of work. And I took advantage of that time a little too nicely. I went to Chicago for a couple of days. I had a blast. I loved it. Chicago was great. That might be its own separate video just because I love traveling. I love talking about travel and all that. But today, the Kalahari trip. I wake up. I'm supposed to be there at 7:30. I woke up late. It was 7:50. Luckily, I'm not far, so it was like a 3-minute drive, but I had to like throw in some tuna into my lunch pail and just booked it. Grab my swim shorts and my towel or whatever. And got there, and we were off. They tease me a little bit. Sure, it happens. I get it. But we were talking just like, just about next generation church stuff, and the pastor there mentioned how I'm almost at the age to where what's relevant to them is no longer going to be relevant to me. And one of those kids said, "Oh, you've reached unk status," and my sister has been saying this for a while, that I'm officially at unk status, and I was like,
No way.
About it.
No way. No way.
And just hearing them say that, I was like, well, I feel old, I guess.
No.
Anyway, I continue with the conversations. Here's where they might actually be old. We go to the park, we go, have a good time, go down a couple of slides. I'm out of shape, and I barely drinking any water or had any food. I didn't eat breakfast. All I had was tuna for lunch, so that's all I ate. So, this is not to talk down on the water park. I love Kalahari and I love what they do. But oh my gosh, it was so humid in there. And we just kept running up and down the slides and like going to certain slides and just going down, running. And my group was fast. They kept wanting to book it. And as a chaperone, I had to keep up, and I did. And I was like, I want you guys to have a blast. Don't worry about me. I'll catch up. And just there was a point where I was like, dude, I had to slow down for like 5 minutes because I was really dizzy from all the rides and the humidity and the lack of hydration. You know, some very important stuff. So I walked away for a minute just to like catch a break. I trust my group; they were great. They're high schoolers, so I trust them. And I was like, dude, I feel so dizzy. I drank like a lot of water after that, and just that humidity was just making me sweat. I couldn't tell if I was sweating or just misty from all the water and the humidity. It was rough, I tell you that. So yeah, I don't know if it was the fact that I'm just kind of out of shape, or just I've barely taken any nutritional benefits to what I need to do. So yeah, that, or I might have just reached unk status. So at the age of 24 years old, I think it might have hit. I honestly might just keep put in more extra work at the gym and work out, or control my diet a little bit tighter.
Radical dudes.
Needless to say, I may have reached unk status. I feel exhausted. Just spending like a couple days in Chicago, Illinois, sleeping in my apartment at my bed from 1 in the morning. No, it's 1:30 in the morning to 7:50 to waking up, booking in, no breakfast or anything, no water, to a water park that is full of water slides and humidity on a warm day. And I'm still recovering from that air quality alert that we had, so I feel kind of old at the age of 24, so that's just great. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not an uncle in real life, but unk status might
Cog.
be, and I'm in denial about it. Anyway, I had a blast though. It was a really good time. I had a blast hanging out with the students, hanging out just in general. With
Respect.
the others. Like, it was a fun time. Just going to a Kalahari is a fun experience, but just for me personally, like, if I go again, just gonna take some more precautions to take better care of myself, so I can.
I almost like some Medicare.
I got really dizzy.
Yikes.
Really lightheaded. I thought I was gonna pass out.
Yikes, bro.
And with my desire to not draw that much attention to myself in that situation, I was like, I'm not passing out in this line, dude. I can't. So, yeah. It was a fun time. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to chat with you guys. Life's going good. I'm going to be resting like a lot. I'm tired. Love you guys. Take care.
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Though how long the furry being will be here is anyone's guess. But it's nice to have him on my lap. Oh, off we go. Now he's just going to lie down. Not on there, no, because I can't see the camera. No, we've already had this discussion once. That's it. You settle down. Yeah, you can't decide, can you? Go on, settle down. Settle down. Right, let him make up his mind. I've often mentioned if you've got things going round in your head, a good way is to
Sleep
get
mode
them
is
out of your mind and
on.
on to paper.
Sleep mode.
And I'm a great
Sleep out
believer
mode.
in paper,
Allo mode.
not IT, because I suppose because I'm old-fashioned, if the truth is told, there's probably things you can use that are just as good, about which I know nothing. But I want to share with you something that is actually very personal. And it's something that has really helped me over the years. And I made it in 1994 when I was doing my master's degree on self-awareness. And it wasn't an easy thing for me to do. Oh, I've not got my glasses on. I'm going to have to squint. I have to say that I know I'm going to find this a very difficult exercise. In fact, friends have advised me not to even think about doing it. However, I am determined to complete my course, and as I don't like anything to beat me, I will complete these exercises to the best of my ability. So we had to go through talking about various aspects of our lives. My biggest regret is that I just used an exercise book that I happen to have. On reflection, I would like to have bought, especially for this, I'm not going to swap it to another book because this is what I used, this is what I did. So I don't intend to read it all to you, but it basically began with photographs and descriptions going back, and yeah, it was interesting. But the main thing that I want to share with you is the sellotape has gone brown, but other than that, sorry Mishka, did I biff you? A life chart. This, I found, was the most emotionally difficult part to do. Began with my birth, ziggy-zagged all the way to the there and then. what I've decided is that I would like to update this. Go on a separate piece of paper, but do exactly the same thing and bring it up to date. Because this I have looked at so many times, as well as the whole thing. And it reminds me of what I've done, what I've achieved despite the huge blobs of negativity in there, and that I kept going. And it's one thing saying to yourself, yeah, well, I've done it, I did this, but actually seeing it down and seeing how close some of the bad bits happened to each other. Gosh, I did well with that. If I was talking to a client, I'd say, you know, I'm proud of you for carrying on despite that. We often don't give ourselves sufficient praise. But that, yeah, I'm hopeless with dates, but I've got dates in there, so pat on the back to me. But that will be something that I say I would like to update. And on through life with the photographs. And that's an interesting one, spatial relationships. Me and friends and the green family. How we see ourselves in relationship to these people. Are they close? Are they close-knit with us? Or are they on the fringe? And it's interesting because there are so many of those now. Died. Don't see any longer. I can't read these without my glasses. No contact. And it tells you a lot at a glance about how things were then compared with how they are now. And the fact that you are coping in the here and now. But what I'm going to do on the next recording is give you some suggestions. Lots of writing, and what I did, it was all handwritten. The writing is dreadful, but that doesn't matter. It was getting it out and getting it down, and typing it would not be the same as actually handwriting it. So I will not bore you with the pages, though I seem to have been having a lot of very personal questions recently. You know, are you married, blah, blah, blah. I disclose on the site things that I wish to disclose. Anything else is my business, unless I choose to disclose it. Okay, so as you can see, there's a lot gone into it. And I ran out, and then on the cover, I actually had to write about my ex-husband. I didn't want him on here, but it was important that he was on here because he was a big part of what went into that. But it's quite interesting, and this bit I have read and reread. I am so, that this is my last sentence of the whole lot. I am so lost, lonely, I am so unhappy. So that was back in 1994, and now here I am, getting on with life, making the most of life, being content with how I am, despite all of the stuff that's gone on before, and seeing it written down on paper how I felt. Because you've got to be brutally honest with yourself when you do this. So, there we are. And that led me on to doing the boxes for the girls, for my 3 granddaughters. They're not so touchy-feely, they're not so expressing that side of grandma. There's bits in there that they don't need to know. I might share with one of them, I don't know, I shall see. But what I will do on the next recording is give you some suggestions that you could break down. And the first suggestion would be, if you've not got an exercise book, a decent thickness one, then see if you can buy a book in which you can write about you, your life, and your awareness of what has happened in your life. On that note, I'm going to get a brew before I make the next recording, so thank you so much for joining us. And himself is now happily settled. So I'm not sure about being able to go and get a cup of tea. Mishka, no, he looks comfy. I'll wait a little while. On that note, thank you for joining me. Take care. Take the best care of yourself that you can. And whatever you're going through, if you got it down in writing, it really, really can give you a boost to know, I got through that, I achieved that. Well done, me. Because we don't give ourselves that pat on the back nearly often enough. Bye for now. Take care. Speak to you again tomorrow with those suggestions.